Yum, yum, yum,
Pew,
yum.
pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. What's going on, everybody? Let's see who we got in here. Duncan making lemonade from lemons.
Yes, Mama.
City Girl Country Heart. The Tinker's Wife, Cecilia Johnson.
Mrs. Naked Gardener.
Mrs. Naked Gardener's in the house. What's up?
Lots of people.
Incense shop. Lots of people going. D's in the house.
What up, D?
What's going on, April? April, we were talking about you this weekend with some friends.
This past weekend. It's already been a weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has, hasn't it?
That's really weird. I don't think I'm going to eat that one.
I don't think you should eat that one either.
What is
But I'm going to eat this one.
What is that?
It's a scuppernong.
But what is that on the scuppernong?
Scuppernong boogers.
Somebody like scuppernong poop or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just let you know I didn't wash these, so.
We don't spray them, so it don't matter.
I know, but I knew my ears were burning.
Well, we were reminiscing about Apollo this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to talking about dog gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you came up from that Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And how you were so gracious and you didn't say anything until Robin was like, Apollo. And then you were like, I thought it was you, Robin.
I'm dying over here.
I thought it was you, Robin.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's why we mute our phones.
I just saw that. My phone is slowly, though.
You ever feel like you're part of that commercial where once you become a homeowner, you turn into your parents? And we all know we have a silencer on our phone.
She said,
right?
I miss my gassy friend. I walked back there by his little
Grave?
grave this afternoon.
Seriously?
Here, you can have the one with the turd on it. Anyway, so it's been an interesting week. What?
Do you put food in a trash can or do you put that in the compost?
I'm just wondering why she didn't just toss it outside. Give him a toot from me. I will next time I walk back out there. We've been walking out there because very close to where his grave is, there is a tree that's down by the bank down there that has the oyster mushrooms. So it's like we passed him to go check that tree out. So that's what we were doing down there today. Was checking for mushrooms.
So we had a small gathering here this weekend.
What's up?
Past.
Well, we had the live stream where...
Yeah, of course, y'all saw the live stream where
Yeah.
everybody was together.
But
And-
not everybody was here.
Okay, I'm going to sit back over here. I'm going to let you do the live stream tonight.
Well, it's just not everybody was in the live stream that was actually at our house Saturday afternoon. Yes, you were missing. I wish you had been here, Tori. It was very nice to get to visit with everybody and kind of show everybody around and kind of get to fellowship with everybody and hear everybody's, fun stories about the things that they do. You're nasty. Why does Piglet smell? I don't know.
What kind of smell?
Yeah. He plays with... handle Nathan, Sid, and Jason all together. It was actually okay with Nathan and Jason, but yeah, I think you add Sid in there, it would have been pretty interesting.
Now.
And yeah, Brenda, it would have been nice for you and Fence Liquor to to be here too. Hey Dawn, what's up? Oh, so close! And now it's on the ground. Anyway. Did you get it? You almost hit me in the face with that. So anyway.
Watch a replay.
Oh! You're a weirdo. So anyway, we had a really good time with everybody, and then Sunday morning, we had
I wear aprons. What's up?
We had Nathan and his wife were still here with
Johnny.
Their daughter, and Two Family was still here with us, and so we had a good breakfast, and of course we went and walked out with Nathan out on the property a little bit. That was pretty fun.
Well, I mean, don't just say it was pretty fun. Tell everybody what we
I was trying to hold on to that because I thought you were going to do a video on it.
Well, I may put it in a vlog.
You're always fussing at me about... You're a dork. Pete's Little Homestead, what's up? So
well,
why do you not eat the skins?
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
I eat them all the time. Why are you not supposed
and
to eat this?
then later tonight is gonna be.
Okay, how many of you eat the
stomach.
skins off the muscadines?
Okay. Are you not gonna let me talk about Nathan and what he taught us?
No, go ahead. I thought you were going to do a video on it.
Again, we don't have enough footage to do an entire video, so we can slip some of the footage into a vlog.
Okay, slip it in there, babe.
BAM!
Look at my face. That was funny. Same as eating a grape, see? Why not eat the skins? I'm telling you, see? Just saying. I eat the skins. You make a mess.
Oh, I even had to move to get it. You see that ninja skill? I had to. Oh!
Okay,
Watch the replay.
I'm taking the grapes
Watch the
away.
replay. Here we go. Oh!
Taking the grapes away.
That's better than the NFL right there.
Alright, so.
Which they keep behaving and keep acting fools. You know what the NFL is going to stand for? Not for long.
Careful, don't break a hip.
Anyway, back to Nathan.
Yes, back to Nathan. Who's not in here, right? He's not in here. I haven't seen him. What is that for?
All my other homies that don't ever get to talk when their wife is around too.
So what's been going on this weekend on the homestead? I'm gonna make you drink all that and I'm gonna like pop it in your So, with Nathan, we went on a walkabout. Poor Jason.
What's up, Lone Star? Okay, so Nathan from Sampson's Farm. If you guys don't know who he is, would one of my moderators put up the link to his channel?
Speak quick now.
Now, he's not exactly easy on the eyes, okay?
That's not nice.
Well, I'm just stating the fact. He'll tell you.
Yeah, but I hear he wears gray sweatpants, so.
He is, he definitely, his picture will definitely keep the mice and stuff away. But the man has, let's just put it out there. He's a fun guy. The man knows his fungi. We went on a walkabout, and all of a sudden, I have all of this extra resource on my homestead that I knew nothing about.
Yeah, so it seems like a lot of the people that have been coming to our farm lately, all of them have like different things that they're pretty good at. And so it's been nice, like when Single Dad Homestead came, he recognized elderberry.
Don't even say his name. Don't say his name at all. He was supposed to be here like 3 weeks ago, and nothing.
Well, something happened with his truck.
I don't care. He's supposed to be my best friend. How do you know?
Because I watch his videos. Bam!
I'm not watching his videos till he returns my phone call.
And actually, the only reason I watched it was because it was like 3 minutes long, and I had the time. Because normally everybody's are like 9 and 10 minutes, and I just don't have time for that. Evan told me to tell y'all, hey, hello, Evan, but not Nick.
No. Now, there's another interesting fact that we learned just the other night. Nick from making
lemonade
from lemons. He likes knock-knock jokes.
He does.
But he does not know how to tell a knock-knock joke.
Or he just used knock-knock jokes as an excuse to talk to your lovely girls and then got caught and didn't know any knock-knock jokes. Probably the more likely scenario.
But you should still know how to tell knock-knock jokes.
Nick is at her mom and dad's, that's why.
And he's not watching why? Okay. Bam. Permission revoked. No.
Unlike those old people that visit and have nothing to contribute. Whatever. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Well, you shouldn't even have read it.
Well, I tend to read things out loud. What's up, Dee?
Just show up when you want to.
Well, she was busy. She had to change some things. Lone Star, I saw, did some butchering this weekend. He butchered some meat chickens, so that's pretty cool.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did?
No, he didn't.
Okay, he didn't.
No. He processed some meat chickens.
Let's see. The best one was when the one son answered Carol with sup. And Carol had to explain to him, how do you introduce yourself? And then, of course, it was funny because Shayla was like, they always use homeschool as an excuse. Well, I'm homeschooled, so I don't know. Like, no.
My favorite thing as we were talking on Marco Polo, and I was like, hold on. This boy did not ask permission if he could talk to my girls.
Which is true.
And so next thing I know,
well, no. At first, he came on the Marco and was like behind his mom and was like, hey, can I talk to your girls? And Jason's like,
hold on, guys. It don't work that way.
What's up, Nathan? Well, your ears must have been burning. Somebody must have.
I don't know how his ears could have been burning because we barely got to talk about him.
Look, there he is.
But my phone rings and it was, hello, sir. This is Nick, sir. Hi, Nick. How are you? Mm-hmm. I'm fine, sir. Sir, would it be okay, sir, if I chatted with your daughters on the Google Hangouts, sir? Why do you wanna chat with my daughters, sir?
Because we have a lot in common.
We have a lot in common. Like what? Jokes, sir. What kind of jokes? Nick. Do you tell knock-knock jokes, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Are you good at telling knock-knock jokes? Yes, sir. I said, well, tell me a knock-knock joke. I said, that's not how a knock-knock joke goes. I said, let me show you how a knock-knock joke goes. Knock-knock. Who's there? And which one did I do first? Oh, Madame.
Madame.
He said, Madame who? I said, Madame foot's caught in the door.
He started laughing. He's like, "That's how it's done."
So that's how knock knock goes.
Now you try one.
Now you try one. And he went.
Knock knock.
Knock knock. I went, "Who's there?" And he went, Oh. I was like, I don't think you understand how this goes. Let me try to explain it again. So I did the banana one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're like, orange. You glad I didn't say banana? And he's like, ah.
And so I let him do it again, and he did the big long pause. It's like, look, there's no pauses here.
Yeah, we did the interrupting cow one.
And then I did the interrupting cow. And he's like, I think it's more like riddles, sir. I said, I like riddles. Tell me a riddle.
Yeah.
I said, I got a riddle for you.
And then after he was done, Shayla told us he came out, he was like, I am so humiliated. No, Ladessa and Nick's kind of friendship is more, she explained it to me, is more like an older brother. Because, she's got her brother right now is in California. And so she gets to talk to him a little bit here and there. But Nick is kind of like the little bit of an older brother that kind of gives her all kinds of, like, she loves to bake and he likes to bake and cook, and so they've been like trading recipes and talking about cooking stuff. So
don't read it. Anita, what's going on? And so now everybody's going to be paused, waiting, since Nathan just completely interrupted the live show.
I'm trying to think. A bed that never sleeps, a mouth that never eats, a head that never thinks. Oh. See? That's not really funny. I mean, it's just a riddle. But
I thought you would have got that like that.
I'm really not like... So anyway, so this weekend, okay, so funny story. So this, what do you want to do?
We have not finished about Nathan.
Okay, we'll talk about Nathan now that he's here.
Anyway, Nathan, Samson's Farm, there in the chat. Go hit him up. He has got a lot of knowledge about mushrooms. Now, of course, Nathan didn't know that every time he was telling us what the mushroom was, Robin was behind us on
Google
the Google images, and she was taking a picture and looking to see if he was right.
So Google Lens, there's a function on your phone if you have Chrome that when you take Google Photos that has the little, almost looks like an Instagram with the little dot in the middle, and that's Google Lens. And when you take a picture of something, you can hit that button and it'll scour other images on the internet to see what is similar. Now, I wasn't checking behind him. There were some where he said he didn't know what they were. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't looking at the oyster ones and stuff that he was like, I know what this is. There was some where he was like, well, I'm not sure if it was the turkey or if it's the false turkey. So we were Googling those to see, and then there was a couple like the Bruet, that purple Bruet or whatever that we looked at.
We can start now. The Mindful
Homestead.
The Mindful Homestead is here. I mean, we've only been waiting like 19 minutes for you guys to get here, so now we can get on with the show.
There you go. So anyway, yeah. So Nathan was here and was just very helpful. We did send you, Nathan. Did he ever get back to you?
No.
Nathan, we sent you a couple of polos asking about a mushroom that we saw today. It was very interesting. It had the normal, a normal cap. Had a normal mushroom cap, but then it didn't have the little ring around the stem. But the stem itself almost looked like when you take paper and twist it. So it was like the actual stem looked like the ribs on the stem were twisted.
Because
so
if it's the one that we think it is, we're going to send it to Broussard Homestead. That way he can grow bigger.
Sorry, I was working on a super secret project. Something to try to let me know what you think. Absolutely. We're here for you, man.
What? You're leaving already?
Hey, you know what, Josh, before you leave? That right there is from 2 years ago. 2 HOAs ago, so you know. So we need to meet up soon. Because I got like this much left in the jug.
Wow.
Love you, mean it.
Our friendship really only is about how much. What keys are those? Oh, here's the other Prius keys.
Yeah, with my house keys.
No, none of those keys go to the house.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, try.
I mean, they do.
Right.
Unless you, no, they do. Anyway.
No, they don't because,
Okay.
because.
Hey, bee lady, what's up?
Because when we had them, I told Carol to check. So
Then they were from before we changed the locks.
So either A, Carol don't know how to do it, and then we need to take her back to kindergarten and
I'm
homeschool.
pretty sure it's
Or
the
B.
right ones. I'm pretty sure it is the right ones. Or if not, it's
I think one of them is the key to the shed.
Yeah, it is. One's to the shed, and then the other ones should be to the front door.
And hi, welcome to the Big Bear Homestead, where at any given time the conversation.
You guys don't exist if we're having a conversation.
Things can just go sideways, and
So anyway.
we'll be right back after these commercial messages from our sponsors.
Right. So anyway, so Nathan did the mushrooms.
Right.
That was really helpful because how many pounds did you say we harvested?
I think we weighed it out, and between the oysters and the chanterelles, we got almost 2 pounds of mushrooms.
You know, Tori, you say you can only help chase cows. I don't think you realize how much you guys helped that day. Like, having extra bodies to be able to push cow.
The day that...
Ninja cow.
The day that Sydney ate all the peas out of the garden?
No.
That day?
No. Look, that's a small price to pay for the help that they really helped out a lot that day. That was a rough... Chasing that ninja cow around was... No. And then, the best part is that when you have really good friends that are helping you when it's all said and done, there's that big sense of accomplishment that everybody can share, and then everybody gets to laugh about it. You know, it's like...
I don't think me and Sydney were laughing. Me and Sydney both were holding our back going, I ate that stupid cow. I can't wait to eat him.
He is looking good, by the way. I went out there again today.
Yeah.
Him and Duke are like...
And see, and that's one of the things that I'm battling back and forth. Like, when's the next time? I know I talked to Sydney today. He finally answered me on text message, and I gave him a hard time about that. He's talking about, I didn't get it.
He's turning in his keys on the 22nd.
Yeah, he said he's coming back out here on the 22nd. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, is she coming with him, and are they coming to visit?
No. Mm-mm. No, he's literally just doing a walkthrough with the apartment, turning his keys in, and being done.
No.
It's a real quick kind of thing.
That's not how he made it sound to me.
I don't know. But that's what I heard. So, but yeah. So, we got about 2-ish pounds of mushrooms. We got them all cleaned up, and then we dehydrated them.
And then
vacuum sealed them. So now we have some mushrooms. We walked out again today because Nathan was telling us that after a rain, give it about 3 days, and then go out there and check them again.
Thank you for sharing, big lady.
I think probably 4 or 5 days for us, at least where they're at, because the ones that we found today were kind of small, really kind of small. So maybe another day or so would have been.
Well, I mean, we didn't really have a good rain, and since they left.
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
but anyway,
that wasn't
right. It is neither here nor there. But so we found those mushrooms. That was really cool. What else?
So back to Bo and Duke.
Oh. Yeah, we need a Luke now. Bo and Luke Duke.
We having all the issues that we have, because this is our very first time with a Longhorn, with a Texas Longhorn, and not really digging it. But
he makes such beautiful
But he
calves.
makes such beefy babies that, it was like, I was telling one of my buddies that swung by that I can't wait to eat him because I'm drinking beer out of those
his
horns
horns.
for how much trouble he has caused.
He's getting more ballsy too, by the way, because he is trying to push that fence.
What fence?
That gate in the front. we've had to chain it a certain way so that he doesn't push the gate.
The front gate?
That one right there. Yeah. So,
Great.
yeah. Do you have any updated pictures on Instagram? I don't think I do. But I did take some, so I'll definitely post those. The really cool one is when Duke was first born, he very much looked like a Jersey. Like his coloring, he was a very light tan Jersey brown, like beautiful color. Well, that's gone. He is like auburn red.
He looks like
He's a ginger. Beautiful.
He kind of looks like it's a big game animal in Africa.
I don't know, but he's brindle. He's got brindle coloring to him. So he's dark brown, auburn red color. But then he's got these like tiger stripes that are dark brown. And so it's like this brindle color on a really dark burgundy color. And it is... And then he's got these random little white spots. Like one on his thigh, like on his back hind, and then like one in the middle part of his stomach. I know, right? That's why I said that. We got a couple gingers we know, so... Hey, TJ, what's up? So, yeah, so he's turned into absolutely beautiful, but he is getting his horns, which I presume are not going to be dads. I think they're going to be moms. But we'll see.
I might have to go get those.
Yeah. Ibex. Maybe.
What's up, lost dude in the house?
Maybe. Might be. But, so those guys are growing up pretty fast.
They are thick.
Well, if you think about it.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not selling them at $5 a pound hanging a week.
He was born in February. So he's almost 8 months old. Duke was born in April. So May, June, July, August, September, October. So he's only right at 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, they're filling out quick. Mm-hmm. Which we're not used to seeing because the last few steers that we've raised were those dairy steers. And so we weren't, ready for those to be.
We will check the mail either later on this evening, TJ, or first thing in the morning.
I'll send, we'll go check it after this. So that, let's see, that was the beginning of the week we did the mushrooms. What else have we been doing? This week seemed to be took really long to get through this week, at least for me.
We had to say goodbye to some old people on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Some old crotchety people.
Yeah. It's always hard to say goodbye to them. What?
No. I thought you were going to follow that up with something.
No. I'm just saying.
Let's see. And then, what did we do Wednesday? I don't remember
The
doing
thing we can't talk about. Company.
Thursday, I had my acupuncture.
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
No, not psychedelic.
And then Friday was just...
Well, you guys have been crazy busy the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. So...
Our Muscadine tractors are finally done, out, and in use. I'm hopefully going to be able to tie that video up this week and get that out. Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else? We did a lot of tying up of loose ends.
Yes.
And
Tour guide, what's up?
So that was nice.
We got a big bucket of vinegar going.
We came this close to getting a Roddy.
No, we didn't.
Was this close?
No, that was like this close.
No, it was like this close. This close.
No. The lady that we're getting our puppy from, basically the only big stipulation that she has with her contract is that if you, for some reason, cannot keep the dog, to contact her.
And she'll take it
and
back.
she'll take it back. And so she had a situation where that happened. And so she was posting it on her Facebook page, and Jason scrolled across it and saw it. And so, of course, I reached out to her, and she said, let me call you because there's a lot of information. And so she told me about it. And after talking to her, realized it wasn't really a good fit for us.
No, she knew it wasn't a good.
That's why she didn't reach out to us when she got him.
Yeah.
Because she knew it wasn't going to be a good fit because he needs to be a single dog.
Well,
Single dog household.
He does probably now, but
at least for right now.
But let me say something. If you cannot, and this doesn't just go for dogs. This goes for chickens. This goes for cows, pigs, goats. Mm-hmm. Because there's some folks in the homesteading community, you shouldn't have animals. Let me tell you that much right now. If you cannot give these animals the proper care that they deserve and that you are required to do by God, then don't have them. Don't. Grow a plant, grow some ginger, grow some herbs, grow a tomato, but don't bring an animal onto your homestead or into your home that you're not going to take care of, or you're not going to do your due diligence to try to figure out what this animal needs in order to not just to survive but to thrive.
To thrive. That's the big one, is to thrive. In this situation, why he's getting a little fired up is because the family had a special needs child, and they knew that. I mean, obviously, they knew they had a special needs child. And they didn't acclimate the child to the dog. And from what we know of Rottweilers, they're actually really good with special needs children. Look, if they're socialized with them. And
well, that's not socialized with them, because Apollo wasn't around any special needs children until we had friends come over that had special need kids.
Right, but then you were on top of him the whole time. The first probably hour or so, you were making sure that and then even with her daughter was here before that. Amanda was here before that.
That's right.
And, the thing is that you have to be on top of them just to make sure they don't do anything and to assure them it's okay and to be there to positive reinforce, But, yeah, you're right. He wasn't, trained to be around them.
Rotties are a super highly intelligent breed and also very trainable. Mm-hmm. But they also react to your tone of voice, your body language, and stuff like that. And they are a family-oriented type dog, mm-hmm. as long as whoever's going to be taking care of that dog, and in this house it will be me. You. Mm-hmm. Lets the dog understand who the alpha is. Mm-hmm. And once you establish that right off the bat, Huxley crawled all over Apollo, and Apollo was just like, whatever, dude. Just every now and then, can you scratch right here? Mm-hmm. When Doc's girl came over, he was very protective of her. She walked around holding on to his collar, and even one time holding on to his tongue. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, I have to get going home, Phil. But when she was in the water trough, he was close by. When we went down to the creek where we learned that Jesus loves collard greens, he would not let the cows anywhere near.
Well, because the cows were there. It was the middle of the summer, so it was hot. So that's where they like to hang out. But we were down there, and we were stomping in the creek. And the cows kept trying to come back to that same area. Not to, bother us. Just that's where they were hanging out. Well, Apollo wasn't having it. He wouldn't let the cows get within, 20 yards of us. He gave her a huge area. And then when they finally got the picture that they didn't need to be there, he laid down in the water right beside her while she was playing.
Yep.
And he wasn't told to do that. That's just what he did.
And it's all, I honestly believe with all of my heart, soul, being, there is no such thing as a bad dog, only a bad owner. And I know there's some people out there that'll try to argue with me about that, but
no,
I say prove it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from, what is it, Missouri? Prove it to me.
Show me state.
Show me state.
That's show me state.
And,
yeah, he was a nanny dog. The thing that always got me is whenever Huxley would come over, he liked weighted blankets and stuff like that. So he would get up underneath our fitted sheet, up underneath the comforter, everything else, and he would get up underneath there. Well, Apollo couldn't do that, so he would lay on top of it, but on the side of him. And he would lay on the side that was closest to the edge of the bed so that he wouldn't roll off the bed. Yeah. He was always very aware of, the safety of the children. So I always thought that was really cool.
And so if you can't take care of these animals, don't get them. If you can't take care of your goats by having to go out there and trim the hooves every now and then, or make sure that they've been dewormed or they have enough to eat, so where when you go out there and you got dead goats laying all over the place, and and just don't, because it's our responsibilities. God made us husbands of this planet, and we're in charge of all we're in charge. Mm-hmm. Everything. Mm-hmm. And we need to do a better job, and that means we have to be responsible. Like, do not get me started about buying ducks, chicks, and rabbits on Easter. Don't get me started on that one. But that's my thing, y'all. Just don't. Because this person with this Roddy took it to the vet, and this vet should be hung from a yard arm. They should have their license revoked and everything. They put the dog on
anti-anxiety
say it.
Anti-anxiety medication. Yeah. Yeah, they literally, pit bulls are known and documented turn on their owners, children, and strangers. I don't know about documented.
What's up, JL Adventures? I haven't seen you in a while.
But yeah, with the ducks and all of that, with the rabbits and everything like that, it's seemed like such a great thing early on, but it's just not,
My phone didn't ring, homie. You said it. You was gonna let me know when you stopped for the night.
What's he doing in Mississippi?
He had to drive back today.
Ooh, yuck.
And so I messaged him early and I said, I know you're driving. Just let me know when you get home safe. Please be careful. Uh-huh. Like good friends do. And he actually answered this text message. And he was like, thanks, bro. I'm going to go in halfway tonight. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, all right, well, let me know when you stop. So that way I don't have to worry about my friend.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't necessarily agree with what Lost Dude says. Because I've known a lot of people who've had pits that have never had a problem. So I don't know, but
pit bulls and Rotties get a bad reputation right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of bad people. But let me say this: any dog can turn on anybody at any given point in time. Even Apollo could have turned on me at any given point in time, because at the end of the day, a canine is a canine is a canine, and but sometimes, the dogs can't come. The dogs don't speak English. They don't speak.
No matter how much you've tried,
they don't speak it English, and they do give us signs.
Yes.
Though when things are getting aggravating, and I think we fail sometimes
paying
as
attention
owners.
I had to jump on the laptop.
That we don't recognize those signs, and And that sometimes is what makes it happen to where it looks like the dog
turned on the.
You know,
well, I mean, a good example is Tommy. Tommy's thing that happened with Tommy.
Yeah,
like,
but Tommy recognized it, recognized the language, and he recognized, oh crap.
He knew he was going to get attacked before he got attacked. But to anybody else, it could be construed as the dog just turned on him, and that really wasn't what happened. There were signs. So, anyway.
It's, like yawning. If a dog starts yawning a lot and you're messing with him, that's a sign of him saying, please stop. Mm-hmm. They lick their nose a lot when they're starting to get aggravated. And
I got an ant bite.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of tattletale signs that can be misunderstood, like yawning or licking their nose, because different situations happen to where you have to recognize the environment or the situation and take that kind of stuff. Like before Ladessa got bit.
There you go. April said back when she had an animal control officer as a roommate, the top animal attacks to humans were labs and chows. I mean...
Yeah. Look, at any given day, I don't... Look, as much as I loved Apollo and as much as I miss Apollo, I did not trust Apollo blindly. Mm-mm. And anybody that trusts their dog blindly doesn't deserve to have a dog. Because at the end of the day, they are descendants from the 2 canines that were on the ark.
Yep.
And those guys were wild.
Yep,
and
that's true. They were not domesticated.
No, we domesticated them. Mm-hmm. And so we have to keep that in mind. Every animal that's on your homestead.
Even our pigs. Our pigs are domesticated, but I'm not going to run up to them and give them a big old hug.
Well, like right now, we had a oopsie. I
love how you say that. We had an oopsie.
And it's my fault. Because I had brain flagellants, and I must have forgot that I put.
I really don't remember it.
Ladessa swears by it.
But I went and looked at all this. I looked at them today. Not one of them is even remotely dark.
Okay, none of her last litter was remotely dark.
Look at them out there. They're out there right now. You got a black and white one.
That one is from her.
Doesn't matter. Still. So anyway.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted.
That's the show. That's the way it goes.
Okay. Your Honor, the DDT was part of the show. It's just how it goes.
So what happens when I don't talk at all?
Like that could happen. That's the whole reason why God hasn't called us home yet, because he knows you can't be quiet for 30 minutes. Anyway, we had an oopsie. And I forgot the order. I guess, I don't know. Like I said, I had brain flagellants. And Pinky, I think that's who they call her. We put her with Han. Well, they got it on. I forgot all about it. Wada bing, wada bang, wada boom. We got about 12 piglets, I think. 14? 10. 10 piglets now. And I forgot where I was going with this because you done completely messed me up. What was I talking about beforehand? Okay. I see that's how it's going to be. All right. I don't got no problem. Well, you're talking about taking care of your animals. Oh, the pigs. And recognizing body language and situational awareness. Right now, the pigs. I can walk up to the side of that pig pen. Han will come over. I can scratch his ears, scratch his back all day long. The moment I try to go around to the back side of the fence to where the mama is with those baby piglets, he lets me know that he is not comfortable with me back there. He grunts, his hair comes all up, and he's like, Mr. Guy who brings us food, not comfortable with you being over there. And so we have to recognize situations, how they speak to us, or because if you don't, there's been lots and lots of folks on YouTube that got into a pig pen and their board got them. And I'm not saying that these people don't know how to raise their animals or not taking care of their animals. I'm just saying they may have missed a sign or something that had happened, or for some reason that pig was just having a bad day, didn't give any warning signs, and whammo. That's why you don't ever trust an animal blindly. I don't care how long you had them or anything, because at any given point in time, it could turn on you. And so we got those 10 piglets. Let's see. What else? We're going to be getting our strawberry shoots, root balls, whatever that they're called. We're going to be ordering them this week. And so we'll be planting them in the new strawberry beds that we got. Hopefully, knock on wood, Robin will start a 12-step program this week for trying to rescue chicks and plants. We had an incident today where she came home with 12 flats of plants. And, there was more plants in the back of the truck than there was the feed that she was supposed to go get. And so now I have to try to wrangle this all in and get it all planted. And, let's see. What else did we have going on? Let's see. Robin learned interesting facts about octopuses. That when she decides that she wants to talk again, I guess I'm pretty sure she can share that. She's still very immature that if you talk about poop or say that it's your duty, she loses it. And she did admit to me this week that she did say that something along the lines in a sentence that she had to do. And so she almost lost that in front of a customer. And let's see, what's up, Breakaway? What other kinds of things happened this week here on the homestead? That's about it. Yeah. Now this upcoming week, we're really looking forward to some things that we are going to be doing. I don't know. We're going to find the answer to the age-old question of why did the soldier burn the poop? Because it was her duty. Ooh, look at you. Poop. No, not going to do it. Caca. Mustard. And let's see. This is amazing. Yeah, well, she's holding on. Look, she is gonna bite a hole in the bottom of her lip. So. Call of Duty. Let's see, what else? We will be planting all of those plants this week. I'm going to be moving, one of the things that we're going to be moving a lot of infrastructure around here on the homestead. in the upcoming weeks. Like the area where we had the goats that has the white fence around it. I know you guys seen it in some videos and stuff. I am taking that white fence down, and we are going to take that out back around the big oak where Apollo is buried, and kind of carve that area out for a pet cemetery, or just a like a pet cemetery. And then I'm going to move I'm going to move the compost bins down closer to the house, to the gardens, because I think Ladessa gets scared of things that go bump in the night, because I found a lot of our compost that didn't make it to the bins, that just made it into the ditch. So we're going to move that a little bit closer to the house. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Oh, then we're going to... One of the things that I wanted making lemonade from lemons, I wanted her boys to do, but they kind of got infatuated with my daughters, was to try to clear out that area to be able to get to that back fence, to be able to raise that fence. And so there's that. So I kind of want to try to get all of those things done. So you're dying over there. So I think, this might be a good time to do 30 random facts about Robin. Like, this is the longest Robin's ever been quiet. No? You've been quiet longer? So, no. Even when you sleep, you are talking or farting. That's one of the two things that you're doing. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Well, you can be that way if you want to. I don't care. So, it's the fall gardening season. I bust Robin's chops about going to get those plants, but I kind of dropped the challenge on her because I want to fill up the big garden. And so when she called me and to let me know what she was getting ready to do, I basically told her to get all of them, because I really want to fill up the big garden this year, because we finally have what we need. And Lost Dude will remember this. I've always, way back in the day, I was talking about hitting around about doing a no-till garden. Well, years later, finally got it kind of set up where I'm making enough compost, and I've got the infrastructure and the stuff that I need to be able to kind of keep up with it now. So we are taking that big garden and turning it into our no-till garden. So I've been watching a lot of Charles. I can never pronounce that guy's last name. And usually this would be where Robin would help me. But because she wants to be bootyhead right now, she's not going to say anything, because she wants to prove that she can be quiet. And so, what is the no-till garden? Well, basically, it's just what it says, no-till. There's no tilling. And one of the things that make it, like when the original sin happened, God told us that we had to go till the ground, and it was going to bring forth weed, thistles, and thorns. And and so if you notice that every time you till, that happens, because every seed then goes, that grass seed, weed seed, thistle seed, all of that goes in and gets kicked up, and just really, you're out there weeding and stuff for days. And so basically the what you have to do with a no-till garden is you have to lay some type of a weed barrier down, whether it's cardboard, the weed cloth. Oh God! Charles even said you could even use carpet, but you're not supposed to use this one type of carpet. So I don't know much about carpet, so I'm not going to be using carpet. We're putting down the weed barrier stuff for the rows that we're going to grow stuff, and then we're putting cardboard down with the wood chips on top, and go from there. B-Lady, yes, the garden was tilled last year, and even this year. And we kind of got beat up by weeds. Like, we got sweet potatoes out there somewhere. Just don't know where they are. We got to find them. And and when you till, you kill the grubs and the other... I can't read that. But anyway, you're right. You kill a bunch of stuff. Because if you guys remember, I did a class on soil a long time ago. And I was talking about you always want to have a party in the soil. Well, when you till, you kind of interrupt that party. And so... we're not going to be tilling anymore. And it's kind of ironic, but the plants that we already have in the no-till garden seem to be doing a little bit better than the ones in the raised bed, which is weird to me, because the raised bed is done with hugelkultur, and it's the same compost. So I don't know if it's about better airflow. It's the same amount of sunlight, all that stuff. But to me, it just seems to be doing better. So we are in the process of putting these rows with the compost out to switch to the no-till garden. So I'm super excited about that. We're already starting to see success with that. We are also have been it's time to go out and see, like, I don't know how many of y'all seen the Back to Eden garden movie way back in the day. Well, one of the things that he did is he would take all of his grass clippings and stuff, and he would throw that into his chicken coop, and then he would let them scratch it up, till it up, eat it, poop it back out, and then he would go in there and shovel it all up and sift it all out. Well, one of the things he also did is that when it got to a certain thickness, he would go in there and just start flipping everything over because of all the bugs and stuff that are underneath that stuff. He'd flip it over, give his chickens or turkeys more protein, and and then you'd be turning it like it was compost. And then in the springtime, he goes in with a sifter and his wheelbarrow, and he'd go in there and shovel the stuff up there, sift it down, have the compost in the wheelbarrow, and he would take it and then spread that out on his Back to Eden garden. Well, we've been doing that this year, and we have been having to cut a lot of grass. I actually cut grass twice a day around here because I have the Ryobi 40-volt lawnmower, and I'm down to one battery. So I have to cut as much as I can cut in the morning till the battery runs out, put it on the charger, and it takes like 4 or 5 hours for this 40-volt to charge completely, because I can be done by like 11, 12 o'clock, and then by like 5 o'clock the battery's charged and it's good to go again. And so then I go and cut the grass again. And I've been taking the grass that I cut, because I get about 5 to 6 bags of grass before the battery runs out. And so I take that into the turkey coop and let that happen. And but now the turkey coop's it's probably got a 3 or 4 inch layer. What? Mylar. Like Mylar bags? Is that what she's talking about? Because you up there in New York, you get cold. And so now I'm taking the grass cuttings and putting it in first oink. And now I'm getting a good layer like that. And so that, and one of the things that we learned with this soil up here in Elberton, that when you shovel it out of the pig muck, when it becomes pig muck, because they get in there, they root around in it, they poop in it, and they just muddy it all up. When you pull it out, it almost, and it dries up, it becomes like concrete. So one of the things that I've been doing is adding wood chips. But like when we pull, like after when Leia has her babies in there and we pull her out, I'm going to coat the whole thing in wood chips again. I'm going to coat it about 3 or 4 inches thick in wood chips. Then when it's time for one of the girls to come back in, okay, bee lady, I got you now. Like the space blankets. I don't know. That would definitely be worth the experiment to see if it would heat up the soil. I don't see why it wouldn't. But then I would worry about what's going to happen in the evening time when the sun goes down. That would be my biggest concern. Because most of the time during the day, unless you're in Maine, Canada, somewhere up real high up north, when you're like 20 degrees during the day, underneath like 70 feet of snow, I don't know if you know what's funny? The people in the chat are more bothered by you not talking than anything else. You're upsetting our viewers because you won't say anything. You should be ashamed of yourself. All these people give up their time on Saturday to come in here and hang out with us, and you're letting them down. Yep. And you're just sitting right there. You know what they say with the ponytail? You know what's in front of the ponytail? The pony's butt. And so then the wood chips are in there and they're decomposing in there. But then I also, while they're in there, I throw the grass clippings in there also to help kind of break it up and aerate it. And so that way, I'm hoping that stuff does not become cement again, because we are going to be changing out our raised beds again. We're going to change the design on them. You still want to paint them, but we're going to be changing. Robin found some designs that she likes, and so we are going to change that up, make some of the beds a lot bigger, add beds, and and so that's going to be fun. One of there's going to be 2 big projects I'm going to try and do this week. I'm going to try to get that stump out of the front yard, and I'm also going to try and get those compost bins moved over here. So, see, Never enough time is leaving because you're not speaking. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're not the only one that can play this game. So. Are we still doing the fly larva? You're talking about the black soldier fly. Yes. I have to rebuild that bin because that bin is like, what, 3 or 4 years old, and it was made with OSB and scrap wood. So this winter I'm going to bring in that. We're going to tear it down and I'm going to rebuild it, and I'm going to use some 3/4 inch plywood, and I'm going to paint it this time to kind of help protect the wood and everything. Plus I'm probably going to bring it over to where the greenhouse and stuff is going to be, so that it's right there, so it'll be really close to the spoiled chickens, because or the chickens, whatever it is that Robin calls them, the kitchen chickens, and so that way they can be given the larva and stuff to up their protein, so that way we can get the eggs. Lost my train of thought there for a second. And we're also probably going to bring the worm bin back into effect. And for those of you that's been to our place, you know we've got the milking barn right there. And then, depending on when you came, next to that milking barn is where the skid steer was parked. Heirloom Permaculture. I said hi. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and just call it a night because I'm not doing this anymore. And so I want to thank everybody. Then you better start talking.
So I'll talk. I made it 25 minutes, 26 minutes. Some funny jokes, y'all. Really funny jokes. I was just trying to let him talk because I know he hates for me to interrupt. So, Sydney, you asked about Goldshaw Farms. We went through and did all the eggs. We only had one hatch, and within maybe 2 or 3 days, the duck didn't make it. So we're back to the drawing board on Khaki Campbell's. Hopefully in the spring, when we get back with McMurray, we'll be able to get some of those. We got an extra set of meat birds. So we have like 97. I think we lost a couple to the shock after they were sent. But we do have we have 97 chickens. And And so we still have the ones from before that we should be processing within the next couple of weeks. Now that it's getting cooler, I don't know how many of y'all, if any of y'all are still running meat birds, but once it gets a little bit cooler, you have to give them a little bit more food options in order for them to keep growing and to stay warm. So that's what we're currently doing, especially with this new batch. They're about almost 4 weeks. On Monday they'll be 4 weeks old. So they'll go outside. That's what the push for the Muscadine tractors, getting those put out. We wanted to make sure that we opened up the other tractors that we have to be able to put the chicks in, because with the way that the weather is starting to get here, it's supposed to be down into the 40s at night, and by doing that, putting those chicks in there, there's no protection across the bottom for draft, and so that's kind of where we're at with that. How many turkeys do we still have? We lost a lot to foulpox. We only have 4 left, and that is something you really have to pay attention to in your flock. And so we have 4 left. Jason was asking me this morning, he thought that we had 3 hens and a male, but when I looked at them this afternoon, it's really kind of hard to tell. But from what I can tell, it looks like maybe 2 males and 2 females, but they're not really showing, like they haven't really gotten a beard yet, and I haven't really seen like the snood come out. But like I did notice when I got a little bit closer, the red, if you've ever been around turkeys before, if it's a male, a lot of times their skin around their head will get really, really bright red, and then they'll have that little, knot right at the bottom of where their chest meets their head. And a lot of times those, they'll turn like a bright, bright, bright red. And it did seem like there were 2. Is it okay to give my 2 meat birds eat some of the food I have for my chickens? What do you mean? Oh, even females will grow a beard. Okay, well then I won't look for that then. Let's see. It's already in the 40s. Well, it was last night. We got down to 48. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want to, I just don't want to put them out there prematurely and then them get too cold and bundle up on each other. And so that's the thing, like with the Muscadine tractor, it's like really open across the bottom. But the style that we did based on Joel Salatin's stuff, his stuff is covered on the sides except for on the front. And so there's less draft coming through. So that's basically that. Any other questions? I don't know. Jason was talking about the plants. We bought 2 flats of plants, but I came home with like 4 or 5 flats, and that was because the feed and seed where we were at, they had a bunch that I guess Bonnie had given them credit on, and so he was like, I mean, we're gonna just throw them away. And I was like, don't throw them away, I'll take them. So anyway, and then so Samson Farms, Nathan came by and I was showing him the tractors. And see, he's a giant. He's super tall. And so he was like, it's great, except it's not very tall. And so he can't really walk, he can't really walk in it and walk around in it without, like, coming over. So, anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wind this up. I think Jason's ready for bed, so you guys all have a good evening. Oh, you asked real quick, regular chicken food. Yes, you can give them regular scratch. It's fine. It'll be fine. So, All right, y'all have a good evening, and we will see you guys next weekend. Y'all have a good one.